Hey guys, and welcome back to Deku Tarot and to your daily tarot reading for Tuesday, the 4th of February, 2020. Finally, I get the date right. I just tried to do this and I kept getting the date wrong. For some reason, I wanted to say November. All right. So I know I missed yesterday's daily. I do apologize, guys. It had been such a long weekend and I had no time actually to shoot it in time for Monday. So I do apologize. Let's see. On Tuesday here, though, we have the sun still in Aquarius. The moon is in Gemini. The color of the day is red. It is the Imbolc cross-quarter day where the sun reaches 15 degrees Aquarius. I do want to say this just because I thought this was so funny and straight and just kind of random here. On Monday, and I'm using my Llewellyn's Witch's Date book for 2020. They have these little interesting things on certain days, not every day, but it says Bamapana is a trickster god from Australia. Invoke him for inspiration in rude language. And I just thought that was really funny. Inspiration in rude language. Like, you know, if you need to find a better way to tell somebody off, a more clever way to call someone an idiot, like what is that supposed to be? We're going to actually start this out here. I'm curious to use this. This is a very different deck, and I can't really call them tarot. It's called the Living Wheel Astrology cards, and they're all just astrology cards. You know, they just offer all the planets, the houses, and the signs, as well as the moon phases. So I don't know, I'm just kind of curious to see what this is about. It comes with a little booklet with the meanings, and you know, if you didn't know the astrology, correspondences, it's kind of cool. So go check it out if you're interested in that. I thought it'd be a fun little deck to add to the collection. I don't have any really astrology-based cards. So let's check this out here. Let's pull one from here and see where it takes us. Ooh, interesting. Because I don't think that we're there yet. This is the, oh my gosh, what is this? This is the first half of fall. So this is a phase of transition. And they have these, yeah, they also have these beautiful seasonal cards, you know, first half, second half for all the seasons. And they're really pretty. The fall and the winter, I will say, are my favorites. But this is so nice. So we are in a period of transition today, and we're going to see how this comes up with the tarot. I just wanted to, you know, take a little peek with that. Thought it'd be fun. Let's head in with the Morgan Greer today. All right, Tuesday, the 4th of February, 2020. We are officially also in the retrograde shadow period for Mercury in retrograde. And I do believe it's in Pisces now. So we had that happen. Yeah, let me see. Yeah, Mercury enters Pisces. It entered Pisces yesterday. And it also entered its shadow period. It will be going retrograde on the 17th of February. And yes, we will talk about it. If I have time, we'll be doing some readings for the retrograde for all the signs. We'll see if I have time, though. Keep an eye out for the love readings, too. Those will be up probably tomorrow or the next day. Let's see. All right, guys. Nothing's jumping out yet. Okay. Ooh, and as I pulled a really nice card here, I'm getting a ringing in my ear. And that only happens when something really significant is going to happen. Or I've listened to something too loud, but as you can probably tell, it's quite silent. Wow. This is going to be a big one. It's definitely a phase of transition, I'll say that. And we got a very intense transitional card here. And I think you guys probably know which one it is. So let's stop pulling, and we'll go back to it in a second because I want to start talking about it. It's like, there's already big stuff out here. Judgment is here. And this really does feel, one of the major messages of Judgment is that you're in a time of transition. Life is asking you to change. It's asking you to adapt, to let go of what was and open yourself to what can be. To let go of old viewpoints, old ways of doing things. This is a time where you are changing, and also it feels like the world around you is changing in some pretty big ways. So this is quite the transitional phase. We are having things balance out in a really nice way when I get the Justice cards, and seeing things in a really clear and truthful manner. We're now probably able to see why we had to lose some fights, is what I get here with the Five of Wands reversed. Because as you can tell, it's like, why did I have to fight against this? Why was this difficult? Why do I feel maybe exhausted from the battle that was? You know, maybe life has asked you recently to make a lot of big changes, or you might have felt like there's been a kind of a rush of wave against you and you're trying to swim against the current. And life is saying, you know, now it's time to really look at why we had to kind of go through maybe a push through moment. But notice that the 5 is reversed. And for me, when the 5 is reversed, or a 5 is reversed, it's a positive thing. Any of the 5s, 5 of Cups, 5 of Wands, 5 of Swords, 5 of Pentacles, when they're all reversed, for me, that is, you have kind of moved past that. Now we're now in the letting go phase. We're moving out of the 5s, moving out of a time of great change and struggle. But 5s are also a time of transition. Ooh, we're getting it. Yeah, this is, all these cards here echo a lot of transition. And as you see that 5 reverse, remember when I got that ring in my ear? We got this guy, the 10 of Pentacles. This is very good. This is the meat and the potatoes, the money of life here, you know, the wealth, the abundance. You know, I can sit back and play video games in my nice console and live in that nice house and have the good things here. It's the good things of life, the comfort, the stability, and maybe even the good things within a relationship. So if we've had to, again, go through some periods of struggle, know that we're still amidst this time of transition, and we're getting, it feels to me like you're ridding yourself of a lot of old habits and a lot of old struggles. Maybe even, again, as we enter this new decade, I've been getting a lot of 10s, and it just feels more than like a daily, like this is some big stuff over 10 years or so, even for some of you, the past decade, seeing things in a new light, and seeing things in a new light for the future, that you want to make some changes and that you're ready to start taking some action in terms of what you want to bring to life, what you want to do, and where you want to go. So this is a very nice transitional phase here. It's kind of taking the wheel. I feel like you guys are taking the wheel. Or at least, even if you can't fully take the wheel, because this is, again, time of huge transitional stuff going on here. And things might, again, not be fully in your control. It's kind of taking what control you have, or taking it and flipping it so it's positive for you. Anything that has happened, how can I flip this? How can I make something of nothing? How can I make something of what once felt like a loss? And where do I take this going forward? Wow. And another card of transition. It is just a day of transition. I don't think we're going to be able to get away from this message. Things are in flux. And again, take what control you can, but also it kind of feels like, you know, again, I'm saying you want to take control. You want to start translating ideas into action. You want to start creating something here. To use your powers here, to use what you've learned, to use how you've grown, to use what you have, you know, let go of, to start moving forward in some really, really big ways, to feel a lot more confident about yourself, it feels. But again, with both of these cards here, it's a lot of huge change. And I mean, we get, I don't know, there's so many cards of change here. And if you're wondering what that noise is in the background, that's Siska. So now maybe you guys get to hear him. You've probably heard Scylla a bunch, but he gets upset. But again, major transition here. So let's see what else we can know about this today, because there's just this major, it's just an energy shift. It's like a big kind of current taking you out to sea. You've been waiting, watching. Again, feeling like you've been in a struggle, fighting against all the little, like, you know, again, it almost feels like gnats flying at your face constantly. When am I going to get out of this? Like, get this away from me. And I don't want to deal with this. Now I have to deal with this. And what? Maybe even some fights for some of you if this is resonating as a relationship situation. Change is here. Put down the petty energy I'm also getting. Any type of petty energy that you have. Anything that you're holding on to that might, you know, I'm annoyed about this. I'm frustrated. I'm irritated about this thing. But it's like, look at it from, again, a bigger, more just perspective. Do you really need to get mad about it? Do we really need to let that get in our way when we've got bigger fish to fry, when we've got bigger things going on? Most of this reading is 1, 2, 3, 4 major arcana and 1 10 and a 5 reversed. That's big stuff. We're in the middle of a lot of big stuff going on. And I think now, especially that Uranus is direct. Oh, I just got chills. We're amidst a lot of change, and we will be. Change is going to be hitting us here, there, everywhere when it makes as you know, Uranus goes and knocks around all year here and for the next 6 years. The things that we kind of had to pause and look at are suddenly now moving forward and are changing in ways that maybe we don't even fully understand. Again, like I've been saying, but you have to have the confidence to know that you can flip this to your advantage. You have the knowledge now. You have this, you have the skills. It feels to me like if you're wondering, do I have the skills to keep going forward? Yes, you do, but you have to be feeling like this. You have to know that this is where you're going, and this is what your end goal is, and that you're going to do what you got to do to get there. Let's get some cards of advice. And again, it feels again like this change, this transition is taking you to this place. So there's this need to not worry and not, again, to fight it. Don't fight it. Don't find reasons to fight something that's changing positively. Wow. It's time to move forward and start building the foundations that align with your mind, body, and soul here. What is your truth and what do you need to align with in that truth? This is moving away from troubled waters. I mean, you can see that there's some waves here, and then over here it looks very calm. Let's move away from that. From any struggles. Again, the 6 is the card after a 5 and it's upright. And when 6s show up to me as a reader, you're on the right path forward. Trust that things are changing in positive ways. But the advice here is to, again, move on from this stuff. Move on from the frustration. Let it all go and start focusing on this. Start focusing on what you can align at, what you can build for the future. He's, prudently working on something himself, but usually it shows 3 people. For me, it's the alignment of our mind, body, and soul in our truth here as we move forward, as we build a foundation for something. Maybe even, again, collaboratively with other people occasionally. 10 of Cups. For me, this is, again, because it was 3 of Pentacles, 6 of Swords, moving towards this 10 of Cups here. And it looks so beautiful. Like you're moving, like wherever you're leaving, you're moving towards this really happy, joyful, harmonious, celebratory place of emotional satisfaction and fulfillment, of gains. Of I've got there, another 10. And how can we not realize that we have the 2 best 10s right here? And when I'm as a reader, when I get 110, it's strange, I always get another 10. But it's rare that we get the 2 best 10s together here upright. So expect positive changes coming, and it might not be exactly a today reading just because we have so much big energy here, big cards, big stuff going on. So let's pull an oracle because this is big. And I feel like we need a way to wrap up this. We're in the middle of a transition to a really positive place, and we're going to have faith and not, again, fight these little things. Fight what's coming in. Let's get a Halloween oracle because I feel that we need to... I feel like we need it. I feel like that's what we need. Let's check it out here. Stacey DeMarco, Halloween oracle. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right, here we have change. Again, we're in the middle of this transition, and it's just like, it can't let it go. The whole reading is just, you're in the middle of a transition. Change is here. Let things go. Be open to it. So, should you pull the Moaning Mummy card from the deck, know that change is inevitable and that no matter how hard you try, things will not be preserved exactly the same way. The card also indicates that this change will be for the better. The endings, the closed doors, the barriers, this is just a healthy pause and an indication that a change of tactics is needed. You are not cursed, you have just developed a pattern. You can take control and change it. And let's leave it there. Mic drop. I feel like this reading just like mic dropped our lives here. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Do check out your monthlies. Those are up for all the signs, so check it out for your sun, your moon, your rising sign. If you want to book a private reading, guys, all that info is below. I am still doing the 2020 year ahead readings at a discounted price up until February 15th, and then I will no longer offer the year ahead readings for the rest of the year. So take advantage of that. Check me out over on Instagram. We have fun there, and yeah, be sure to look out for the love readings. Those should be out tomorrow or the next day. I'm going to try my best. I'm super exhausted. I've had just like the longest, most busy week ever. So I'm going to be taking it a little bit easier at the beginning of this week because I need some rest. Anyways, guys, have a wonderful and blessed day. Namaste.